Welcome back, everybody. Our first guest tonight is an Emmy-winning actress and comedian you know from her work on Saturday Night Live and films like Barbie and the Roses. Her children's book, The Millicent Quibb School of Etiquette for Young Ladies of Mad Science, Secrets of the Purple Pearl, is out today. Please welcome back to the show the one, the only Kate McKinnon, everybody. Kate McKinnon, dressing up real nice because you're in the city.
Yeah.
But you're not a city person anymore. The word's out on you.
No, I stopped. I had to go, man.
Yeah.
Had to go.
We've talked about it. You belong to the woods.
Oh, yeah, I'm woods now.
You live in the woods.
I'm a tree, I'm a bat, I'm a stump, yeah. I'm
Are
a
you
big
getting
stump.
better? It's been a while now. Are you getting better at being a woods person?
I'm all right. I'm pretty woods. I'm pretty woods at this point. I still make like city mistakes sometimes though. Like I locked myself out of the house.
Okay.
In the woods.
Yeah.
Which is a different.
Right, because you can't call. You can't call the super.
Can't call anybody. Except for the chipmunk. If he doesn't have your keys, you're screwed, you know? Anyway, yeah, no, I was cooking dinner. I had a sauce on.
Okay.
And I
On
had...
an open flame?
Open flame.
Yeah.
And not a big pile of sauce, mind you, just like some stuff that was gonna burn off real quick.
Okay, gotcha.
I needed a spring of thyme, as you do.
Yeah.
And so I went outside, door locked behind me.
So wait, I'm sorry. Were you going outside to pick your own sprig from the garden?
Yes, of course.
Classic woods move.
As you do.
But the door closes.
The door, for some reason, locked behind me. I got a sauce on. I got the cat locked in the house.
Yeah.
Spare key locked in the house
Yeah.
from when I used it and never put it back, obviously. So I ran to the neighbor, no neighbor. My phone was in the house.
Yeah.
I had to grab my axe, break down my own door.
No.
And it ain't like in the movies, Seth. You know, in the movies,
Yeah.
the wet bandits, they just go like that and the glass breaks and then you reach in.
It was hard to break glass? Well, I think I was picturing you breaking a wood door, but.
Oh, no, it was mostly a glass door.
And you had an axe.
Yeah.
And it
I
took
had
a while?
axe. This thing, it was like there was a blanket in this. It was like this glass is designed not to break or something like that. So I'm like, what is that?
I'm begging you to tell me the cat was watching. So did you, what happened?
Well, eventually I broke it down enough to I just like pushed the sheet of glass out of the way. It was very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Reached in, got the thing, went inside,
Uh-huh.
ate dinner, because I had a sauce on.
Yeah.
And then eventually cleaned up the unholy mess I'd made. Because that's, I'm on Woods time.
Now, I guess in my head, I was picturing a giant, like a sort of a wood door, a sort of bespoke wood door, because we've also talked about the fact that you have taken up carpentry.
I have.
Have you had any recent successes in your carpentry?
Success is a strong word.
Yes.
I have completed something.
Oh, what
which was thank you. Thank you so much.
I feel like it was they got way ahead of it applauding for something. I feel like I would have waited a beat to find out what it was. What did you complete?
I did a newel post chair rail and baluster installation, which is
if you would like to take your applause back. Wait, a newel post and what baluster?
Chair rail and baluster installation.
Okay.
You know. When it's like on the second floor, there's like a chair rail and balusters and like that newel post, the big one.
Yeah.
So I put that whole thing in.
Now that seems pretty impressive.
And the function of it is to prevent people from falling over into the stairs.
Yes, of course.
So I decided to test my newel post install. And it did, I did fall over. It caught my fall, but I had to rectify myself.
How did you test it? Did you lean on it?
Yeah, you lean out. You're supposed to be able to put,
And
your
how
whole weight
how
on it.
far into your lean did you realize? Oh, but no.
Couple inches.
Couple inches.
I still had my footing. Anyway,
So did you fix it, or did you just put a sign on it that
fixed it.
said "Do not lean on"?
I fixed it.
You fixed it. So you feel like you're making progress. You're getting better.
Yeah, I cried for 5 minutes. When you cry for 5 minutes.
It's not the
Then
end of
I-
the world. You
then I
cry for
fixed
5
it.
minutes.
Yeah.
Speaking of time,
Yes.
we talked about Millicent Quibb. First one took you 12 years to write. Then it's a hit. It's a New York Times bestseller, and they're like, "Hey, we need more Quibb."
Right.
You don't got 12 years now.
No.
So how did you change your process?
Well, remember when you got on SNL?
Yeah.
And you had material from your years doing comedy.
Yeah, you had like 3 great things.
You had 3 great things, and you tried to space them out over the year because you knew when you were done with your 3 great things, you had nothing. And so that's what happened. So I used all my good stuff for the first book. But then there's that first night when you really have nothing,
Yeah.
and you're like, I guess it could be, a fairy with a thing coming out
Yes.
of it, and then that becomes better than the material you'd.
Yeah, I
honed
agree,
over
right? Like
years
the
and years.
pressure actually forces.
yes.
I mean, I would say it's maybe what Lauren has modeled the whole rigmarole on.
Exactly.
But this is the second book. It takes place at the Purple Pearl Hotel.
Yes.
At Lake Kaglupi.
Kaglupi.
And there's a lot in this book about the breakfast buffet at this hotel.
I don't know if you ever been to a resort,
Yes.
like a lakeside resort.
Sure.
I went to one as a kid. It was it was like
You went once or you went multiple times?
once.
Okay.
And it was like, this is really something. And it was, it is really something.
Yeah.
And the buffet, the breakfast buffet, had lasagna and beef bourguignon and a full rotating seafood tower and a chocolate fountain and yes. Yes. And pièce de résistance, a make-your-own omelet bar,
Yeah.
which blew my mind. And I remember walking up to it and being like, I have the opportunity to collaborate with a world-class chef on a new omelet. So it's like I'm a beetle going into Abbey Road. And we're gonna just see what happens. We're gonna jam together and see what kind of omelet comes out. Yeah, I could get used to this.
Do you feel like if
I
you-
had spinach and feta.
There you go, yeah. That's where I was going. That's where I was going.
Yeah.
You do book signings, obviously, when you write
Yes,
a book.
yes.
And I believe you are someone who probably loves this experience. And I
Yes.
also am aware that you, as a young person, went to a few book signings. So you appreciate the dynamic that's happening for fans in that moment.
I do. I wouldn't be excited to meet me, but I understand because I know that when I was young, I went to Paul Reiser's book signing on
great.
Long Island.
Yep.
And I waited, yes.
Yes, I love Paul. We love Paul
The
Reiser.
legendary Paul
He is a
Reiser.
legend.
And I waited for,
How old do you think you are?
I think I was 10.
Okay, 10 years old. So let me tell you, it says so much about you and where you've ended up that you're a 10-year-old Paul Reiser fan. Continue.
The book was about parenting, and
Yeah.
it was wonderful. And
Usually, parents read those books.
sure. I was a Mad About You stan. And I waited for 3 hours, and I had written a monologue. I wrote it down
Gotcha.
of Mr. Reiser, your timing is impeccable. To say nothing of your charisma and presence. And it was like a whole thing, and I practiced it in line. And then I got up there, and I didn't even say hello, and I was like, and then he signed it, looking at me, waiting for me to say something. And I said, The book is hysterical.
Oh, and I'm sure now
And he
you
was-
have a
he's
great.
scared.
I
Yeah.
think you have a great deal of empathy. I'm imagining for everybody's waiting. in line
Very
for you.
much.
Well,
I have a wonderful. I love to meet people. I
you
really do.
And this is a very special book, and I'm so happy you wrote a second one. Mostly, I'm just so happy to see you. I
Thanks,
love you very much.
I love you very much.
You guys, this is Kate McKinnon. This is the Millicent Quibb School of Etiquette for young ladies and mad science. Take over the purple coat. It's on now. We'll be right back with Charlie Hunnam.